Why would you do affirmations? Those are for like weird people. I can see why you would think that, because I used to think that. But I was wrong. Anybody who wishes to upgrade their beliefs, anybody who notices that they have beliefs that aren't serving them, and they would like to acquire some that do. We get to choose what's true for ourselves when we do the affirmations. What are they? What are they really? And how should you do them? And how do they work? Keep watching. All right, so what are they really? Affirmations are basically statements that you make to yourself in order to affirm a new reality, in order to implant a new belief into your subconscious mind through repetition. Any belief that you currently have has been put there through repetition. You've heard it enough times, you've said it enough times, you've accepted it as true, and you hold it without even realizing it at a conscious level that you truly believe it. Some of these beliefs can be very helpful, like, I have feet, but some of them may not serve you so well, like, I'm not good enough, or I always mess things up, or I'm not creative. If you notice, you were like, ugh, at some level your body was like, yeah, that's me, that's what I believe. That is okay. That is the default. It's good to know that that's where you're at. These unhelpful beliefs that are really running the show and tell you what you can and can't have and what you should and shouldn't do and whether you are acceptable or not. Affirmations are a tool in order to get yourself to believe something that serves you. Basically, it's a tool for your own evolution, for your own growth. First saying the belief, which it feels so weird. It feels uncomfortable because you don't believe it and you're like, this is strange. I'm like telling myself, and yet at the same time your brain is telling you that you should believe it, even though you can tell by the way that you say it that you don't believe it. That's normal, right? That's the dissonance at first, and eventually you come to believe it. You say it enough times that it feels as true as saying, I have feet. You don't even need to say it because you just believe it so deeply that you act from it, you live it. Just like you don't tell yourself, I have feet, like you got those feet, girl. They're on you. When should you do them? It's really as often as possible. The more you do it, the faster you believe it. There's really no limit on that. Just as often as you remember to do it. Ideally, I think you should say it out loud. I think you have to do that because it affirms your affirmation. What I don't think is necessarily effective is just listening to something, when you're awake and conscious, because there is a tendency to have resistant thoughts in reaction to that, which actually counteracts the affirmation process. It's not an affirmation. Instead, you're denying. It's important to speak your affirmations, but also speak them with feeling. Like, say it with feeling. Like, say it like you mean it. That's where it's really going to get in there. That's when it's going to get in there. That's when you're going to feel it in your bones, Like, you have to conjure that feeling because that is the way towards coming to believe it. So why? Why do we do this? We do it because we get the benefit of choosing what is true for us about us. Your thoughts become your feelings and your actions and your habits and your character. You have to work on that level of thought in an intentional way because chances are you've been doing it in a default autopilot manner for many years, and so you've accumulated these sedimented, unhelpful beliefs about yourself and who you really are. That's my take. Eventually, I am worthy. I can have what I want. You say that as confidently as, I have feet.